What are you asking God for? There's always a time in life where we petition God for certain supplications or certain needs. When we are young adults, our prayer to God is different than when we are adults. When we are unemployed, our prayer to God is different than we are employed. When we are sick, our prayer to God is different than when we are well. When we are with, our prayer to God is different than when we are without. The question is, what are we asking God for right now? When you are promoted in a job, promoted from the employee to a manager, your thinking changes because your responsibility changes. When you go from being single to having someone, your thinking changes because your responsibility has changed. When you go from not having children to having children, your thinking ought to change because your responsibility has changed. But if we stay in the same mindset, we'll never be able to be as progressive or as active as God would like us to be when He changed our position. Whenever God decides to move you from outside of the house to inside of the house, your mentality has to change. In order for God to get the best out of you, in order for you to be the best that God says you can, your mindset has to change. There has to be an unconscious awakening. So the word said that God visited King Solomon in his dreams. And he asked Solomon a very important question. He said, "What shall I give thee?" Imagine how you would respond if God came to you in a dream and you felt the presence of God. You felt His illumination, you felt the light, and you felt the Shekinah glory, which means it's so thick in the room that you can't even work. And you felt that it was God. The light was so bright to you. And He said, "Erica, what is it that you want from me?" He said, "Samuel, what is it that you want from me?" What would be the first thing that you would ask for? It would depend on where you're at. It would depend on your current need. Solomon was in a position where he had already inherited the kingdom. He was about 3 years into his journey. And he understood that there were things that was outside of his ability. And only it was God's, in God could he do the things that he had purposed for him to do. He already had the ability to give directives because we know that he built a house for the Lord and built his house in the earlier chapters. We know that he knew how to make relationships with people because he gave the directives for other people to build the houses. But he didn't have it in him to lead. He didn't have the gifts inside of him to judge the people that was God's people. So he understood that even though God, I'm sitting in the presence of the Almighty God, that he has everything that is at his disposal, that I need to ask him something that is not only beneficial for me, but beneficial for his people. So Solomon said, "Father, I understand that you have done all this for my daddy because I watched my daddy and I knew that my daddy was not a perfect man. I knew the things that he did and I saw his struggles because I heard the conversation that he had with my mother and all of the other priests. So I understand there is something in me that resembles my daddy so I don't make the same mistakes that my daddy did. God, I need you to give me an understanding heart so that I can be able to judge thy people, your chosen folks. For every now and then, you and I have to ask for something from God that does not require that you be blessed behind. For I am just a little child. I don't know how to go in and how to go out. I need some help. I need some assistance. I need somebody to walk me through this thing. I need some directions. I need you to paint a picture for me. I need you to go here, and go. I need that. He said, "You know what, Solomon? Because you have not asked for the lives of your enemies, because you have not asked for riches, and because you have not asked for that, I'm going to give you wisdom." Wisdom is one of the greatest assets that you and I can have. For if we have wisdom, we can attain wealth. If we have wisdom, we can retain relationships. If we have wisdom, we can understand directions. But without wisdom, we're walking around foolish, listening to the other folks that claim they're wise, but did not get it from God. Father, I need for you to pour out your wisdom on me. I need you to move me from here to here, but keep me in the same place. That's the kind of God that we serve, that he can move you outside of your own self, but keep you in the same place. And he just changed everything about you. that He's recreated, that He has repurposed, that He has reconditioned your mind, that even while you look the same, sound the same, talk the same, act the same money in the account, same husband, same spouse, same friends, same children, He said, I can change you in the midst of that. All I have to do is answer your request, and all you have to do is ask me. So the question is, what are you asking God for? Are you asking Him for things that will run out and expire? Are you asking Him for things that you don't even have the ability to control? Are you asking Him for things that you don't have the financial ability to maintain? Or are you asking God for wisdom? The marvelous thing about God is that He said, it is done. When we deal with God, God doesn't tell us when there is something that He needs in us and for us to do that is going to propel not only us but His people. I'll get back with you on the 15th. Check with me tomorrow. God said it is done. That even before Solomon finished his thought, God said it's already done. It's already finished. It's already been finalized. I've already moved some things out of you, and I've already placed that in you, because I understand you need to know that you got it right now, that when you wake up from this dream, that everything that you asked me from is already done. And I don't need you expecting and wondering when it's going to show up. God said it's already done. I've already supplied you with everything that you need. I've already opened up the heavens, and I've already poured out a blessing for you. It's already done. I've already finished the writing, the manuscript, the recipe for your success is already done. We don't have to wait for the timer to go off. He said it's already done. I've already went to the store and got all of the ingredients and placed them in you. It's already done. Before you asked me, I already knew what you needed. I just needed for you to ask.